What is up, beautiful people? It's your boy Blessing here, and today I just have a short message for you, and I hope that it will encourage you in whatever season of life that you might be finding yourself in. I just want to ask you a rhetorical question that I want you to chew on. Just chew on it and tell me what you think in the comments. The question is, when life ceases to be good, does it mean that God has ceased to be good? Does it mean that God has ceased to be God? Does it mean that God has left his throne of might? When life ceases to be good, does it mean that God is not worthy of our praise and worship anymore? I think we'll get the perfect answer from the prophet Habakkuk when we read from the book of Habakkuk chapter 3. We'll start from verse 17. It reads as follows. He says that though the fig trees should not blossom, nor fruit be on the vines, the produce of the olive fail, and the fields yields no food, the flock be cut off from the fold, and there be no herd in the stalls. Yet I will rejoice in the God of my salvation. God, the Lord, is my strength. He makes my feet like the deer's. He makes me tread on high places. So if you're watching this, let me answer this question for you in case you've been chewing on it and you do not have an answer. When life ceases to be good, when life deals us lemons, as people would say, when life is, tough, that doesn't mean that God has left his throne of might. That does not mean that God has ceased to be good. I want to assure you that even in your situation, even in your storm, even in your drought, God is still worthy of your praise and worship. He is still a good God in every circumstance. In whatever season you might be finding yourself in, I want you to be assured of this one thing, that God will never leave you nor forsake you. He did not promise a life without storms. He did promise that he will be with us through those storms of life. And his presence, I promise you, in his presence there's fullness of joy. In his presence there's this reassurance that everything works together for good. And I want to assure you that even where you find yourself, Paul and Silas found themselves in a prison cell. Maybe you find yourself in a dire situation. Maybe you find yourself unemployed. Maybe you find yourself sick in your body. Maybe you find yourself in a situation which you wouldn't even wish on anyone. I want to tell you that God hasn't ceased to be God in your situation. And I promise you that at the right time, he will make it happen. He will give you the answer that you've been praying for. So do not be discouraged. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I want you to know that God has not ceased to be God. He is not affected by our situations. He's not affected by what affects us, like the environments that we find ourselves in. He is God, and everything exists within him. Even the universe itself exists within him. So I want to assure you that trust in him. Trust in him in that situation and see him make a way for you. See him answer your cry and petition. So be encouraged wherever you are, however you're listening to this. Maybe you're listening to this on Spotify or maybe on YouTube. I want to assure you that God has not ceased to be God, and he will come through for you. May God bless you as you're watching this, and may this be a beautiful, blessed week for you. I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Next time.